Let's talk to someone else next who's been very much involved in the congressional ethics process. Her name is Melanie Sloan. She's executive director of a group known in Washington as CREW. It stands for Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics. Ms. Sloan, what do you think of the commission that is beginning to take shape here to receive complaints about congressional ethics?
Well, I think it's pretty unimpressive. This new commission that they're setting up won't take complaints from outside groups like mine. It'll still only be members of Congress who can file complaints, and as we've seen over the past 14 years now, there's been a truce and members won't file complaints against each other. So I think that's one of the major problems. Secondly, this new commission won't have any kind of subpoena power, so they won't be able to force people to come and talk to them and tell them what's been going on. So really, it's just a new layer of bureaucracy that's been added to protect the Ethics Committee from ever having to do anything about an unethical member.
Respond to one of our earliest callers. I'm not sure if you were listening at the time, but he said we don't need more bureaucracy. An active press corps is a major component in putting this before voters.
Well, I do think an active press corps is really helpful. It's important for constituents back home to know what their members are doing here in Washington. But that doesn't excuse the Congress from failing to take action about unethical members of Congress. In fact, it's in the Constitution that members are supposed to police their own conduct, and the fact is that the ethics committees in both houses, the Senate and the House, just haven't been doing that.
Was your organization given an opportunity to officially express its point of view before the task force that developed this commission?
Yes, very early on we were asked to express our views, and we were very clear that we thought that there needed to be an independent body because the ethics panel has shown itself to be so unwilling to enforce ethics rules. And we were also very clear, one of our top concerns is that outsiders have to be able to file complaints. It's just ridiculous that members will not file complaints against each other, and in a way, you can understand it. Former Senator Howell Heflin once said, it's very hard to sit in judgment of your colleagues one day and ask for their vote the next. So if somebody doesn't want to file a complaint against somebody else because that's, you know, like their friends or their colleagues, outside groups like CREW, however, are well situated to make those complaints, and we should be allowed to, and the Ethics Committee should investigate.
Do you plan to urge citizens to contact their members of Congress in any way regarding this vote? What I'm getting at is, are you hoping that this will pass as something that's better than nothing, or would you urge people to call their congressman and say, don't vote for it, let's start all over again?
I think they should start all over again. I think this is not better than nothing. I think this is, in fact, nothing, and people should contact their members of Congress and say they want a truly independent panel that can take complaints from outsiders and that has subpoena power, the power to really enforce ethics in the House.
And what about the freshman members of Congress who were elected on reform slates as they came in? Are you working with them regarding this proposal?
We have not been working with them, although I know that there are a number of those Democrats who came in on that platform who have their own bill requiring an independent ethics authority, which would actually have some subpoena power, and we would support that proposal much more.
Thank you, and I will direct people who are interested to your website. You want to give us the web address, and I'm sure you have more information on congressional ethics for them there.
Lots of information there. Our website is citizensforethics.org.
Melanie Sloan, who is the executive director of the organization, thank you for your time.
Thanks.